Hello and welcome back everyone. So today we are back with our new journey that we are going on for Intune, Microsoft Intune Admin Center. Under this entire playlist that we are creating, we will just check what our services we can be able to or how we can be able to manage the devices, as Intune is also known as MDM, right? Mobile Device Management, right? So this is basically our Intune Admin Center portal itself, which you can be redirected via into.microsoft.com, or you can just go to office.com and from there you can be able to redirect to Intune. Okay, so in this we have multiple options as we have already discussed in our theory, which is dashboard, all services that we have. Then we have devices, and the devices, whatever we can be able to perform from here, that we can be able to see under application, endpoint securities, reports, user, tenant administrator. So all these things we have. Okay. So we will just see an overview today, go step by step, and we'll check which service will help us for what purpose. Okay. Just moving forward, we have dashboard or we have home. So under home, you can be able to find all the details of your status and connectors itself. How many connectors you have, which are healthy. If the service is not healthy, you can be able to get the details here. What the changes has to be done, what are the plan from the Microsoft end to do some changes that will affect your health service, or any action is required from your end, that you can be able to get details from this status section. Okay, and in the overview basically we have majority of the things that are on the document section, that you can be able to find more documents here to perform the steps. Okay, best practice to securing Microsoft Intune, rethink, and more of the document that we have under Intune that you can be able to get from this overview page. Under overview page, we have dashboard. This is the by default dashboard that is been provided by the Microsoft. If you want, you can click on new dashboard, and you can ask them to create a dashboard, whatever category you want, like for example, video. Then you need to provide a title and more details on that. Then device compliance, whatever device compliance you needed, you can be able to mention that over there. Then you have client apps, then device compliance status. So like that, and you can be able to you should give the name for this dashboard, and once you have given this dashboard like this, it will be able to give you the details of your dashboard itself or the service that you have created over there. Okay. Or if, for example, you already have a dashboard that has been created previously in your organization, or you have created the dashboard in any of the organization and you have exported that dashboard. Okay, you have downloaded that dashboard or you have done a print, whatever you have done. So you can directly upload that dashboard here. Once you will upload it, it will be configured as same as you have configured in your previous device itself. Okay. So basically this is the dashboard. From here you can be able to get all the details of the services that you have configured. In this dashboard you can do edit, export, clone, delete, whatever you want. Okay. Moving forward, we have all services. Under all services you can be able to find what are the services we have. If you just click on this, you can have a detailed view. For example, agent, you can click on this view agent, and then you need to have a proper permission, or for example, you need to have an security copilot that should be enabled. So basically, I have not enabled till now, so it is giving me an error. After that, we have apps. So if you just click on view apps, these are the same details that we have here. Okay. So you will just redirect to an application section that has been there in the Intune. And here you can be able to find how many apps are there on Windows, iOS, Mac, and Android. Based on that, you need to just check, or if you want to update those applications, you need to just create another application and you can deploy that application in this particular section. And once the app type and the deployment has been done successfully, you can be able to find those applications in your end user machines itself. Okay. So basically this is the section for application installation, removal, and based on the OS or based on the platforms, you can be able to install, remove OS. Based on the configuration, 365 policies, you can be able to apply all the services related to the application that you want, that you can be able to find over there in the application section. Okay, if you just go back to this again, then you have devices, endpoint security, groups, reports, tenant administration, users. So all these are there in the right hand side also. The same, all the details that we have, same we can be able to find here and in our all services section also. Okay, moving forward, we have checked application, then we have devices, and the devices also we have the same kind of categories. We have Windows, iOS, Mac, Android, Linux, and if we just click on all devices, how many devices are added in this particular Intune portal, that you can be able to find. Okay, so for Windows also we have different profiles, or we can say policies, that we need to add here, like compliance policy, configuration policies. We will check each of the policies in details when we will just deep dive into this particular sections. Okay, then we have device onboarding. Here, the main thing for device onboarding is that we will do from the starting is first you need to do this automatic enrollment. Okay. If you are not doing an automatic enrollment enabled, then you need to do an CNAME validation. So these two things are must needed. Otherwise, you will get an error. You could not be able to find your domain when you are just hitting it on from your end user machine. For example, I have my domain that is cloudknowledge.in, and I am just trying to enter my mail ID, which is shivam.78287 at the rate cloudknowledge.in. Okay, but that particular end user machine will not be able to find my domain cloudknowledge.in, as from Intune and we have not validated the CNAME and the Intune. Okay, so always I will recommend you to please create a CNAME record over there, so your particular domain will be able to visible for all the uh, devices that we are going to enroll. Okay, we will do that, but for a safer side, I have just informed in this particular video itself also. Okay, so these are all the enrollment options that we have for Windows, parallelly for Mac. Then we have the same for Android, corporate devices, enrollment managers, and then last we have monitor. Okay, so these two things we have for device onboarding. If you want, you can just use the M365 also to do the device onboarding itself. Okay, apart from that, we have the same e-cellular profiles, script, policies, and other things that we have. If you want to set any custom policies, then you can be able to create the policy here also, and then in the tenant administration we have an option to import our GPO also. So if all the GPOs that are there in a XML file with you as a backup, you can just import those policies also here itself. So those will be applied to all the devices. Okay, then we have endpoint security. In the endpoint security we have the entire security policies that we are going to create for all our devices. What all our devices we have, you can be able to find all the devices in the multiple section. Moving forward, we have security baseline, like you need to just determine the security, what are the last security or what will be the line for that particular security itself. For example, this is the security baseline for HoloLens 2. So for that you need to create an what we can say pro policy itself. Once this policy has been created, you can be able to utilize this particular. For the application also we have, for Windows 10 later also we have. For example, here we need to create the policy for Windows 10 and later that says if any device which is going beyond that Windows 10 or the version that is being needed, then that will be marked as a non-compliance. Okay, after that we have security risk. So here you can be able to find all the security risks that will be created from your devices or the application. Right, we have antivirus section. Here we need to create the antivirus, or we need to update the antivirus policies and all. Description, firewall, endpoint privilege management. So all these are under endpoint security. We have the options to manage or increase our security on which we are working right now. Okay, so all these are the options. Then we have conditional access as we have discussed, and at last we have monitor section in each of the endpoints. Okay. After that, we have reports. In the reports, you can just export all the reports that are there, like compliance policies, configuration policies, group policies, Windows update, whatever patches has been released, or whatever patches been failed from the Windows update kind of things. Okay, antivirus, like what is the report for the antivirus that we have. You can generate those reports, and once those are generated, you can be able to export those reports in a CSV, XML, or JSON format itself. Okay, based on the options or based on the based on the options that we have here. So we can be able to generate or download the report itself. You can see report generated successfully. After this generation, we have our report which has been in the download section. Okay. So from here you can be able to do all the monitoring kind of steps, monitoring the uh, admin center itself, monitoring the you can be able to export the reports of all the devices, all the compliance status, what are device or what are the applications are compliance, non-compliance, all those things. Okay. Once that is being done, you can be able to, you have already checked the reports. Then we have a section of all users. So basically this all users come from Entra ID. Okay. So they have added this all users section, the users and group section from our Entra ID towards this particular Intune also. So basically, the main cause of this is the Intune team or the security team who is dealing with these users and groups. They could have the visibility on which groups or in which users they are going to work over there. That is the reason Intune has added this users and group sections over there in the Intune portal itself. So now you can directly create a user. You cannot be able to create, but you can have all the users over there. You can have all the groups over there, and you can create both of the resources from the Intune also. Okay, so no need to go back to Entra or for these things you should not go to Entra and ask them to create the users and groups over there. Okay, so these both are same as we have users and groups and Entra. The same will be there in the Intune itself also. Moving forward, we have admin. That means everything, whatever we have in this tenant, that has been updated in this tenant admin. So in the tenant status, we have this. What is the tenant name? My second domain that I have that has been there where it was where we have tenant details and we have connector status. How many connectors? If you have any connector that has been enabled, you can just be able to check the status of that particular connector that has been. Yeah, then we have service health. Already we have discussed it, right? Admin task. Here you can be able to confirm or add the admin task. What dot we have remote help. If you want to connect any system from via remotely, that you can be able to do with the help of remote help session. Keep in mind some licenses be needed for those kind of activities, so you need to check if you have those kind of licenses or not. Okay. Microsoft Tunnel Gateway for connectivity of VPNs or the server configurations and all that we have. Cloud PKI, which is also an I think the new approach which has been added by the Microsoft, and here we should be having some different license itself. You can see Intune Suite. So basically, this has been needed here. Then we have assignment and filters, tokens and configurations that we have for during the authentication. Okay, then we have roles under Intune itself. So these are Intune roles. These are not intra roles. You can be able to find these roles under Intune only. Okay, like in Exchange, we have some Exchange admin role. These are the Intune admin role. Okay, that you need to assign directly from Intune. Then we have Microsoft Intra Privileged Identity Management, which you already says is a PIM. So this is also added under here as we have users also in this section itself, right? Audit logs, device logs, multi-admin approvals. Basically, the multi-admin approvals are in the PIM itself also, and some other approvals which is we needed during the installation or the policy that you can be able to do from the Copilot in Intune that is not been set up. You can see. So when we are, yeah, if you have checked, we have been able to say that Copilot has not been enabled. So once if you have set it a Copilot, this will be green and this will be set it up. Okay, but again, to use the Copilot, we have to have these licenses should be enabled by tenant. Okay, here we have end user experience, which says how we need to configure, what should be the customer branding, company branding, and all that we have that you can be able to customize from here. Window auto patch update. So if we have any specific group on which we will just keep our patches, and from their patches, the patch will be deployed on the end user system that we can be able to find here. Messages, any service messages that we need to update, or if you have a planned service like this, which has been created by the Microsoft itself, you can create your service messages also, and you can be able to deploy those. Okay, then we have tenant management, which says how many tenant we have. Manage client book, or if you want to install it, you can be able to install and work over there. So basically, this is the kind of overview that we have, and basically from this you can be able to deploy, add your devices, add your applications, add the connectors. Based on that, you can be able to secure your particular devices or end user devices that you have. Okay, in the next video, first we will bind up our domain, like by adding the CNAME records in our registrar, how to do that, and without doing that, what the error we will get, and after doing that, how it could be able to discover our domain itself. Okay, once the device will be added here, we will add one or two devices, then we will start doing experiments on the configuration or protection or the configuration profiles that we have. First we will do some activities on the devices. Okay, once we have completed the activity on devices, then we will move forward for applications. Okay, so we will check one by one, and then we will be able to, well, then the application, then this particular overview or the section will be completed. Okay, till the time, bye bye, take care. Hope this video be a helpful. We have not given much details on this, but it was just an overview of the Intune portal itself. Okay, once this all has been completed, you can be able to gain more knowledge from this Intune and secure your device itself. Okay, till the time, bye bye, take care.